Swoosh! Swoosh! Hey, y'all, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world you happen to be. And I'd like to bring on my co-host, Mike Ball.
What's going down, everybody? Let's get it today.
2, 3, and to the 4. Here we are today. Another day. Me and Mike Ball bringing the news to you your way. Black Dragon Biker News TV. You and me and Mike Ball, we'll see all the things that are going down out there in the world now, breaking now, fast-breaking news, breaking all kinds of news. Me and Mike Ball here to bring you the views. Mike Ball and Black Dragon. Black Dragon and Mike Ball. We ain't messing around, y'all. We're just like snakes crawling on the ground, looking for some new dirt to spread around. Ain't got to be there no longer than a minute before we want to put our 2 cents up in it. Mike Ball and Black Dragon every single solitary day.
Wow. Wow. I have to give a real round of applause for that. That was beautiful. We're clipping that.
That was, no, we're not. We're not. No, we're not.
That's going right on my social media.
Oh, no, we're not. What's up, Mike Ball?
I'm trying to get recovered from the whole house being sick. It's been brutal. It's been brutal, but I'm on the tail end, so I'm good. Yeah,
good, man. Listen.
Yeah, what's going on with you, Black Dragon? You got a couple of things going on.
Brutus got attacked by that freaking dog yesterday. So I had a bowl of food, 2 bowls of food. I gave Brutus his bowl. I gave him his bowl, Brown Dog his bowl. And Brown Dog got done with his bowl. And it's like this dog is food starved. Like he is so food aggressive.
Yeah.
He ran to Brutus's bowl and pushed him out of the way and took his food. And Brutus backed off. I grabbed the bowl. I said, no, this is not yours. This is Brutus's. I pulled him away and put Brutus's bowl down. And Brutus started eating. He ran and charged him and jumped in the way again and started eating Brutus's food. I picked up the bowl and said, no, this ain't your food. I set it down and pulled him away, and Brutus went to eat and turned his back. And when Brutus turned his back, the dog broke out of my arms and jumped on Brutus's neck and just started tearing.
Right.
And Brutus never even saw him coming. Brutus was able to get to his feet and put up the best defense he could with this dog already in his neck. Brutus bit the shit out of him all over the place, but he couldn't break that neck hold. And all you could hear was Brutus screaming. I get there, and the dog is just, his jaws are locked, and I couldn't unlock him. I have heard of this, but I'd never seen it.
Right.
And it was so fucking brutal. He was there to kill him.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw your hand. Your hand was tore the hell up.
And so
that dog.
I grabbed a pedal from a shift pedal from a Harley, and I just started beating him across the face with that pedal as hard as I could.
And to get him released, you have to get him to release.
And the more I beat, the harder he twisted. And so then I picked him up off the ground.
And you're literally...
And he's pulling Brutus with him. And so then I pulled my pew pew and put it to his head. And I was getting ready to end him. When it dawned on me to throw him the bowl of food.
Right.
And I threw him that bowl of food.
And it was instantly it let go.
He instantly let go.
Yep.
And Brutus scampered the fuck out of here.
Terrible.
And then ran downstairs and collected himself.
Mm-hmm.
Then the dog just became docile. Like nothing had ever happened.
Like nothing happened.
And Brutus came, now 5 minutes, Brutus came bolting up the stairs to kill him.
Right.
And I got the door shut before Brutus could get in the door. And he was, oh my goodness, I never seen him like that. He was ready to get killed. He was going to get killed messing with that dog. Because there's no answer for that dog. He's almost, no, here's the thing. When Brutus came charging back at him, there was nothing, no fight in the dog. He wasn't trying to fight at all.
Right.
He was just, oh, are you mad about something? Did something just happen? So, Brutus has a huge hole in his head. He's in the doctor's office now to see if his skull was pierced.
Right. That's what the delay also was here too. We figuring that out.
There's no there's this clear fluid draining out of his head. And last night I took him to the emergency primary care hospital. They said it was going to be $2,000 to fix him at the emergency care hospital. He's at his vet now. Hey, folks, Black Dragon at put up my Cash App, would you?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, folks, I could use a hand.
Yes, this is a lot of money to deal with.
This is going to be HELL.
No, you're definitely screwed. And anytime, unfortunately, the veterinary. I mean, my sister's a vet. I know she's a doctor. I know how expensive it gets.
How do vets cost as much as people?
Dude, if not more, because they know people will spend money on their pets. It's just a thing.
So anyway, so I was just gonna put him down last night. I was just gonna take him in the backyard and put him down. But you know, I have a great deal of love for the animal. I've only had him 3 days. And
and you just couldn't bear yourself to do it.
I got Brutus down into the garage, or actually into the dragon's lair, and I laid him down for a couple of hours. I didn't know how bad he was.
Right.
So I got
just trying to figure it out.
To lay down and calm down. Meanwhile, I was up here with this dog, and so I took the collar off, I took everything off of him, opened the door, and told him, yeah, you can go back to wherever you came from. You know, you got a home around here, you know, go back to wherever it was you came from. So he left. He was gone about an hour, and then he came walking back into the door.
Yeah.
Then he left, and he was gone 30 minutes, and he came back in the door. And then he would, you know, since I've had him, I've never let him go free. I never let him.
You didn't just open door, no collar, no nothing, just
none of that. Because I've been trying to look out after him. I was like, I just don't give a fuck now. You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
But he never left. He never left the compound. And he kept coming back up here like he kept coming back like this is his home. So I talked to the dog pound. They never actually answered the phone. They just send you text messages. Is the dog pound on text message?
Everything is automated now. Everything is automated.
And so the dog pound said, so sorry you're going through that, sir. If you feel safe, you can if you feel safe, you can bring him to here and drop him off. If not, we'll come get him. Well, whatever you do, don't put yourself in danger. And this dog never had me in danger. I beat the dog, and I'm not proud of it, but I was trying to get him off my dog.
You have to do what you have to do,
And
Dragon.
I beat the dog. I threw the dog. I swung the dog. I kicked the dog. And he never one time turned on me and bit me. My hand got gnarled by Brutus.
Right. You're trying to do this, and Brutus is.
Yeah, Brutus was trying to bite anything that touched him. He turned around. Every time he got a pain, he turned and returned that pain. And I happened to be one of the people that got returned. And something else about that pit, he's got holes in his head too.
Right. He's been through it too.
And not one time has he even said out.
Thought about.
Brutus is out all damn night, barely able to move, right? Laid up, sleep, knocked out. This dog hasn't even set out. She's got the same holes in his forehead.
Right.
Although I don't know if they're as deep. He doesn't have any white fluid coming out, any clear fluid.
Not now, but it could have been.
I've got to clean his head today, too. I've got to clean his stuff, and I have some antibiotics that I'll be used mostly. But the doctor, I took both dogs to the doctor, to the vet. And the vet said, "Do you see these scratches across his nose?" I said, "Yeah, I thought that was just a bad case of acne because of his pink skin." She said, "No, these are scars."
Wow.
And she said, and then across the front of him, you can see that these are scars. She says, I get pits all the time, especially the ones that they use for bait dogs. And she said, a beautiful dog like this, you're holding this dog. He's sitting here next to the dog he attacked. He's not fighting or anything. She said, a beautiful dog like this is typically not going to fight. So they use food deprivation to make these dogs
them aggro
to fight. And so the way
this is now scary
acting over this bowl of food leads me to directly believe, if you look at that, the fact that he had no chip on him, no collar, you let him go. He had no place to go home. He stayed with you. She said, I think this is a bait dog that got loose. There's nothing to say who he is or where he comes from or where he belongs to. And it's a funny thing, because if you hold your hand up like this, he faints and goes down to the ground.
He's gonna react.
He's been hit before. Somebody's been beating on this damn dog. And just no telling what he's been through. So anyway, Tia wound up taking him. Tia took him home last night. And I think between and somebody said in the way he decimated those cheeseburgers. When I would put the first cheeseburger
we saw it.
Handed him, he took my hand off.
Yes, he almost amputated you.
He bit my damn hand, and I was like, dude, it's not that serious. So the second one I gave him, it was a little less aggressive. By the third one, he took it.
He actually, but he kind of took it out of your hand, though.
Right.
But he did it nicely, in a nice way.
So yesterday, give him the cheeseburgers. The first one, he almost took my hand off again. But the second and third one, I could give him. So he was starting to learn.
Right.
Somebody has. Yeah, I want to cry. I'm so exasperated. But somebody has hurt that damn dog.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yes.
He's effed up. sweetest thing you ever want to see. Somebody said, "Don't you let him get near your face. Whatever you do, don't let him get near your face." And the dog just comes and kisses me, and all he wants to do is be in my face.
See, actually, this shows that there is zero aggression towards humans with this dog.
Um, he
It's this
doesn't even have
aggro.
aggression towards other dogs. He's never been aggressive to Brutus, even
It's
though
only
Brutus.
when food got involved.
It was Brutus has picked on. Well, Brutus has been picking on him since he got here, and Brutus will bite him, and Brutus bites hard, and then he'll get mad and try to get Brutus, and Brutus is too nimble. Brutus would get right, just he, and Brutus would be out of the way every time he tried to snap him, and then he'd only chase him like 2 feet and stop, and then Brutus would come back and bite his ass again. So Brutus has been picking on him for 3 days, and I kept saying, Brutus. Don't pick on that dog. You're gonna catch it.
You're gonna get it.
And but he didn't get it when he was picking on him. He got it when his back was turned.
Right.
And that dog tried to kill him over that plate of food.
There was a comment earlier. I'm not going to scroll all the way up, but they said that they keep their Rotties separated so much so that they actually close the doors, put them in separate rooms because of how aggro dogs get with food. So it's something that now is a big learning lesson. You can't even have them in the same room eating.
Let me tell you this.
If they're going to be there. If they're going to be there together.
They had been eating together for a while, for the last 2 days. But on this particular day, he wanted Brutus's food, and Brutus was like that with the little dog too. When Braveheart would come take his food, Brutus would let him have it and then come cry to me. So Brutus was going to give him his food, but I wouldn't let it happen, and this is all my fault. Anyway, Daryl says, sounds like 3 days too many to me. I've had a whole lot of people. My best friend sent me a message last night. He said, that mother effer has got to go.
Look at this. Ride dog, same thing. We feed our blue nose outside away from other dogs.
Ever, feed this dog again, it won't be anywhere near Brutus. It would be. I just I'm glad I didn't kill I'm glad I didn't have to kill him because I wasn't going to lose Brutus.
Right.
And I would say I love them both, but I have history with Brutus.
Of course.
And I would have killed that motherfucker right here in my my office and had blood everywhere. I'd have killed him. I surely would have. But I'm glad it didn't come to that.
Me too. I'm glad that look who has him now. Tia's got him, and that
Tia's got him. She said, we can raise them together or something.
Right.
Until we
either
find his good owners that he had before, only if they were good people.
It doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it or seem like it whatsoever.
You just don't know.
I can't blame the dog either, Aztec. Like, you can't put the blame on the dog.
No, the blame is squarely on me. I'm the blame.
Yes.
I brought him home. I brought him home. I fed those dogs together. Somebody had already told me that those 2 dogs were going to get into it. One of my viewers here told me there's no way you're going to keep a Mal. And then I just read something about unneutered prime dogs like that. Like, they have to be neutered. And I think so. I think so, because he's like having a lion at the house.
Totally.
One that you feel like loves you, but you just don't effing know. It's like having a lion, and people that have those dogs are lion tamers. Now, they're a little more predictable than lions, but just ask that guy who got killed yesterday.
Yes, and this is a big story, y'all. So we have a few stories to present to you guys. We wanted to, of course, let you guys know what's going on with Brutus and what happened in that situation. Of course, we're going to talk about it. We're very open. That's what we do. We're very transparent. And we've got a few stories, and one of them happens to be a man that got killed by his own pits. Multiple.
Right. So do we want to run that story first, or do we run the biker news
Well,
story
no,
first?
let's run that story first since we're already on this subject. We might as well. And then save the
Okay.
best for, I guess, the best for last, I guess.
So in this story so yesterday as I'm doing this, everybody keeps telling me, "Hey man, did you hear about the biker who got killed by his dog yesterday?" And I didn't know that it happened like uh 3 days ago. Yeah, it looks like 3 days
It
ago.
just happened.
So everybody's like, "You're lucky to be alive."
Yeah, you are. You are.
And I'm like, "Well, this dog is never presented on me like that."
Right.
And even after, and maybe I'm a fool, but even after that all happened, the dog never presented on me. I wonder if this is that story.
Here, go ahead and play it real quick. I took it off. Go ahead and play it and see if it
Let me
is.
see if that's the actual
Yeah.
story.
And
Uh,
so
it's
so Ghost Eagle says, I remember this story. So this I mean, you got to remember this just happened. So you must have just heard about it. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. And as Vernon says, good segue. Yep, absolutely. We're going to make sure that we give you guys the best news possible.
so let's bring this back up, Mike. I
Okay.
don't know if this is the actual video of the story. Today's video headline. Okay, so this is the actual guys who tackled the fool who killed the people. He said he opened up fire just at the cops. He was just being stupid. Huh. He got into an argument. He said he was just being stupid. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
So none of these are that. So let me
No.
just read the story. I think there was a video. A California dog breeder was mauled to death by pit bulls he was raising, authorities said, as his dog ravaged body was found inside a kennel in the backyard of his home on Friday. The 35-year-old's body was discovered at his Compton residence around 7 a.m. after a concerned friend visited the house, KTLA reported. After reviewing videos taken from cameras around the property, investigators say the dog attack took place between 7:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. Damn. Here's a picture of the dogs. I'm sure these dogs are going to be put down.
Look how big that dog is.
He is big. And look at him, how kind and beautiful he is right there. They're
You know,
kind of
it's
beautiful
going down right there.
after the fact, right?
That's like being in handcuffs, you know?
Oh my God. Here's the same thing that happened to me. He was feeding the dogs, at which point maybe there was an altercation between some of the dogs and they ultimately attacked and mauled him because he was probably trying to break their asses apart, said Michael Gomez with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. See, I would be lucky because Brutus would protect me if he had turned on me. Brutus would have fought him.
Right.
We'd have both fought him. Well, actually, we both did fight him. Officials located the man inside one of several kennels in the backyard of the property. Aerial footage captured by KTLA shows. Now, this lady, as I remember the story, she had gone into the backyard to help the man. And she wound up having to get on top of the kennel or something to get out.
Oh, wow.
I think this is a picture.
I mean, look
of
at
that.
it. Look how tall that wall is and her feet, where her feet is landing. I mean, that dog is looking straight up like it's gonna kill her.
The footage appeared to show a huge breeding operation for large dogs in the yard. Investigators told CBS News there were 13 dogs at the home, 5 of which were adults. The rest were puppies. I hate these people that create these dog puppy mills because they want to make $1,500 a dog.
Yep.
And all this dumb shit. But this one cost him his life. Officials located the unidentified man's body inside one of several kennels in the backyard of his home. People kind of get like with goldfish with this. They get completely engulfed by it.
Right.
So the man's body is underneath this blotched out portion here. And you can just see all the little kennels and stuff he's got and all these dogs in these little bitty ass cages. I don't believe in that. My animals sleep in my bed, huh? Preliminary information suggests that the deceased individual was involved in breeding and selling pit bulls, animal control officials said in a statement. The man, who has not been publicly identified, lived alone damn, and ultimately died from his injuries. So it might not be like they bit him to death. They just bit him, and maybe they got him in the in one of his arteries or something. His father consented to sign over the dogs to animal control, impoundment, and examination. No other injuries were found, so I don't know what animal control is going to do with those dogs. Now, I saw a video of this, and let me see if I can find that video. There was a video. Um, is is this the video? Let's see. No. No, no, no. There was a video. It showed the the guy on top of is this it? Oh man, you guys would have loved that video if we could find it. There was a video showing a helicopter view of all of this. It was crazy. Maybe this all these things act like they're a video, but then they turn out not to be a video. Here it is. Well, I thought it was a video. Skip ad. Here we go.
Last Friday, tragedy in a backyard. A 35-year-old father, Dominic Cooper, killed by his dogs.
He has 3 beautiful little girls, and so I really want to just let everybody know he wasn't malicious with the dogs in any way. He really did care for these dogs. He was selling the dogs to make money.
13 pit bulls, 8 of them puppies, were taken by Animal Care and Control. This was the report last week.
Our victim was in the backyard, apparently feeding them. It sounds like they attacked him, and ultimately he succumbed to his injuries.
Glenda Ford says she's Cooper's friend from high school. Says he lost his life when 2 of the dogs started fighting.
He stepped in between the dogs, and that's when the dog grabbed onto his thigh.
Yes.
And, clamped on an artery, trying to fight another adult dog. And he tried to, stop the bleeding, and he, stumbled back to the kennel and just laid down. But because the dog had bit an artery, he ended up bleeding out.
Fox 11 News has learned that the dogs have been euthanized. Neighbors had reacted this way.
He was breeding them for a living, which is very, very sad.
They could have hurt one of us or one of these kids walking home from school. That is a horrible way to go.
Cooper's father has set up a GoFundMe page to support the 3 daughters. What would you want to say to his daughters about the friend that you knew?
Just that your dad was loving. He cared so much about you. If he was here, he would want to walk you down the aisle.
So very sad for the family. We have their GoFundMe page on our website.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I figured happened, that he probably wasn't bitten to death. He just probably was bitten in a femoral artery.
Right. They unfortunately might get you in the inner thigh, something like that, where you have a major, major artery and then you bleed out.
Because my experience with that dog is that he never, and I've talked to so many pit owners in the past. So my video has gotten thousands, tens of thousands of views on TikTok.
Right, because you talked about it a little bit, right?
I talked about it for 10 whole minutes. And so many breeders and pit bull rescue people have gotten in touch with me. And
Good.
so many people have said they want that dog. And then someone told me you have to be careful who you give them to.
I was just about to say that.
Because dog fighter people would be definitely trying to get that dog. So
yeah,
ultimately has taken them so far. And so, but it was my experience that he did not turn and try to get me. I did get bitten, but I got bitten in the process of throwing my body in between the dogs to break them apart. Neither dog was trying to bite me, but teeth were going everywhere, and them dogs got some sharp ass teeth.
Yes, they do.
They got some sharp teeth.
Man, I got a Doberman Pinscher, American Doberman Pinscher, full purebred. That dog's teeth, if that dog did decide to turn on me, he could easily kill me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those are beasts.
So
they're insane.
What I've learned about that dog is don't feed it around another dog.
Separate rooms.
Separate cages, separate rooms, separate
anything.
One inside, one outside, whatever the case may be. You don't feed those superior dogs together. That's and always have a tourniquet handy, obviously, and have your 6-shooter on your side when messing with them, and just in case you got to drop one of them bad.
It's true. It's true.
They're like tigers, like having a tiger at the house. He's only as good to you as he is good to you, and he's great until the day he isn't.
Right.
And that's when you got to be ready to pop his ass. That's the way it is. Keep your pew pew, my boy says. Keep your pew pew. All right, so our biker news story today.
Yes, our main story for today, what we got titled, son of original Vancouver East End Hells Angels charged with 2023 murder.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, take that.
All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. So,
oh yeah, and I got control. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're the one that got control. If you're gonna have me do it.
All right, Lloyd Robinson, 40, was arrested in Kelowna.
Yeah, Kelowna. Yeah,
Kelowna, one of those places, over there in Canada. On one count of second-degree murder in the fatal stabbing on May 27, 2023, of Jonathan Bullock. So this must be a picture of him, Lloyd Peter Robinson, the son of an original East End Hells Angel, was arrested February 16, 2024, on one count of second-degree murder. 2 years after, he was convicted in a brutal attack on a cabbie. The son of an original member of the East End Hells Angels has been charged with murder. Vancouver police announced Friday that Lloyd Peterson Robinson, 40, was arrested in Kelowna on one count of second-degree murder in the fatal stabbing of Jonathan James Bullock. Bullock was stabbed around 10 p.m. following an altercation near Davie and Brute Streets in Vancouver West. He was taken to the hospital but later died. VPD homicide investigators spent more time than 8 months gathering and analyzing evidence, which led them to today's arrest at a house in Kelowna's Glenmore neighborhood, Sergeant Steve Addison said in the news release. Here's what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing that he was a member of the Hells Angels.
Right. Where is this? Where's the connection here?
That's what I'm not seeing.
Is it only purely the father?
How is this a biker news story?
Right.
We didn't really read the whole story. Bullock was stabbed around 10 p.m. following an altercation near Davie and Brute Streets, Vancouver's East End. He was taken to the hospital but later died. Gee, my bro, where is this a Hells Angel story?
You keep reading it because they titled it that. We might as well get the biker angle.
Well, his father, Louise Robinson, was, is he even still a member? Was an original member of the East End Hells Angels, but retired from the club after a major undercover investigation in which police agent Michael Plant infiltrated the gang by getting close to him. Ah, man, this is garbage. Give me
yes,
the boo.
It is.
Give me the boo sign.
Hey, hold on, I got you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's terrible.
We got sucked in. We got sucked in on the Hells Angels story. And look at this. You see this here on the side? They're running a Hells Angels story here.
Yep.
And a Hells Angels video here. And the Hells Angels
title there. Oh my gosh.
Hells Angels colors here.
Yeah, this is garbage. So this is what Vancouver. What does it say? Vancouver Sun. Okay, yeah. So Vancouver Sun is definitely insanely biased.
Well, they're making money on the Hells Angel story.
Yes, of course, and that's what, dude. It's not good.
Oh man, this was.
It's garbage. This is stuff that is made up for clicks for them to get money.
Well, we bid on it.
But see, it's good for us to expose garbage like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that we can break it down because the news the mainstream media, of course, is going to make a big deal out of something that is totally irrelevant. So now this is why we come into play on the biker angle, because we know we can call it like it is. We see the BS right there, and we're going to tell you guys straight up.
Man, that sucked. That sucked.
It's the way of the road.
You want to hear the news? Look up what the heck they're doing now with the Viking beef. Look that story up. That's recent. Viking beef?
Maybe we can do that as tomorrow's episode.
Viking beef.
Yep, Aztec, 100%. 100% clickbait. Yep. And I like what Steve has to say here. This has to be Mike's fault. 100%. Damn Gen Z always messing up. Sheesh.
Oh, shit. Oh, the Viking is a genetics. Yuck. How to profit from every cow. Oh, look at this, man. This might be a good story for tomorrow.
Okay. Let's do a little preview.
More profitable cows. That means whatever it's going to be more profitable, it's going to be less good for you and me. Huh.
Yep. 100%, by the way, Ghost Eagle. 100%. But we call it out.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I see much respect to you, Chris. Don't blame it on the young blood. Hey, listen, at least I'm willing to take it, even though look, you never outshine the president. That's rule number one. You never outshine the president. I didn't come up with the story.
Mike, how you gonna do me, man? Oh shit.
We gotta have fun with it.
How you gonna do me?
Hey, it is what it
Throw
is.
Black
Right?
Dragon's ass under the bus.
No, just saying.
Saw the story and I sent it to you. It's your bus throwing. I saw the story. I sent it to you. I said, check it out.
I didn't check it out.
So I found the story. I was at the doctor's office. I sent it to Mike and said, check it out.
Yep, you were at the. I mean, you were really focused on what's going on with your situation with the dog.
But hey, I take full responsibility. Here we go.
Yeah, much love to the press.
Here's a sad story here, man. When we're thinking about Think Tactical, here's a horrible story, man. They just found this. You know, it's almost unbelievable, Mike, that we still are getting stories of children being abducted, murdered, and raped and murdered, and all this business, and found again. Like you would think, like, who's still doing that? Like,
right, but it's actually the statistics. It's going up and up and up and up and up. Like, this is not and we've done this. We've covered a little bit of this on the Diamond Effect that I do with Archbishop on Wednesdays. Right, we have actually exposed that it's getting worse and worse and worse day by day. It's incredible that people are getting away with this at this level. It's very sad, and it's something that it scares me as having two daughters myself. It's extremely scary.
I know I don't even want to.
No, it's so deep right now. It's so sad that it would take a whole episode.
You can't even imagine something like that.
No, I would lose. Like, if it happened to me and my daughter got caught in this ring and abducted and taken, and I have no idea where my mind would be, like, and what I would do. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I imagine for anybody that has children, you guys, oh my God. And it's terrible. It's just getting worse and worse. And it's so sad.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. In any event, sorry, Mike. They found this girl.
Breaking tonight, the body of
full screen on the right side.
Texas girl who disappeared on her way to school last week has.
Say what?
Go on the right side and full screen it.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Been found and a suspect is in custody. Aaron McLaughlin joins me. What more do we know about this, Aaron?
Well, Lester, tonight officials announcing they found the body of 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham. Last Thursday, Audrey left her home in Polk County, Texas at around 7 in the morning. She was supposed to catch the school bus, but has been missing ever since. Tonight, authorities also announcing they have a suspect in custody, 42-year-old Don Stephen McDougal. He will be charged with capital murder in connection with her death. Officials say he lives in a trailer behind Audrey's home and was considered a family friend. The sheriff alleges McDougal provided information that helped them lead her to the body in a river underneath a highway. The cause of death has yet to be determined. Lester.
Horrible tragedy, Aaron. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
family friend.
Family friend, and it's always like that, isn't it? Someone close, someone that you
Well, that's the
let
only
in.
person that's going to get your kid. We teach our kid not to talk to strangers. So
Right.
it's very seldom a stranger gets your kid by snatching your kid. Someone they know gets them by winning their confidence. One thing I saw today, someone said you teach your kid no matter who comes for you, you don't leave with them until you talk to us personally. So somebody says, well, your daddy said to pick you up. You say, okay, well, let me call my, and these 4 and 5-year-old kids and 6 and 7 and 11-year-old kids have phones now.
Yes,
So they
and
can
I'm
call.
gonna be honest. In first grade, I had the very first flip phone because my parents actually wanted me to be able to have contact with them because I used to walk to school.
You're of the generation that had phones at
At 6 years old, I had my very first cell phone. It was locked to basically you couldn't do anything. All you could do was call like mom and dad, and you could call like a 911. It was very simple, and it was meant for because I was walking to school in Long Beach. I grew up in Long Beach. People know the reputation of Long Beach. So if I'm walking to school, they wanted me to be able to have contact, which, by the way, I did almost get abducted coming
But that was
home.
20
Well, check
20
this
years
out.
ago? 20
This actually happened. I was
That was
skateboarding
20 years
home.
ago. It's almost 20 years ago.
Yes, I was skateboarding home. Check this out. And I actually had a black van come alongside of me, and they opened the sliding door as they're moving, and then the passenger opened as they're moving, and they said, "Get in." And I grabbed my skateboard and I ran as fast as I could, went zigzag, all this stuff. They're chasing me. And I dove under a bush. And when I dove under that bush, they drove past me. They didn't see me. So I called my mom and dad with that phone that only could call mom and dad kind of thing. I called my dad, and next thing you know, he's coming out with the shotgun, getting in his car and driving around the hood ready to find these people. But we never found them. So that's just an example. They put a gun to my head. That was the whole thing. They had guns to me. They said, "Get in the van." I picked up my skateboard and I ran.
Weren't you supposed to jump on your skateboard and skate?
No. That you need to zigzag. You need to get crazy. You need, dude. As a little
now
kid,
it's
I
time
could
for a
run.
skateboard movie. You're supposed to jump over cars and
No. I don't want to accidentally as you're skating, hit a crack and then you go down, you fall. No. I'm getting the hell out of there, and I did. That was Long Beach.
I'm glad you had enough sense to do that, man.
That was the first time I had a gun pointed to my head, and then the second time was in my own backyard in Long Beach.
Poor Mike. His back in the day stories. Put that back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, Steve.
His back in the day stories are gonna be whack for his kids. We had cell phones, and I hope. Oh my goodness. Somebody properly named Brutus or named Brown
Caesar.
Dog. Yeah.
Caesar. I like that.
Yeah, Brutus had an Ente Caesar moment rather than an Ente Brutus moment. Brutus had an Ente Caesar. Even you, Caesar? Yeah, man. So anyway, what can you say about that? What can you do for your children to protect them?
Well, here's what I have to say is fathers are the first line of defense for their children. Okay. And technology, whether we'd like to admit it or not, has taken over the world. And our children are going to be instantly on it. I mean, we're the tablet generation. We just hand our kids a tablet with one of their favorite shows kind of ordeal. And that's just a truth. What we have to do as fathers and parents is we need to take responsibility for the usage of technology. We need to put limitations, which is what I do. Like, even my little girl, she's 8 years old. She plays Roblox, but I have blocked every bit of any capability of talking to anybody. She can't add friends. She cannot communicate with people. She cannot use a chat bar. There is none of that. These are the things that you have to do and go that extra mile to protect your child, because there are predators that are everywhere on every site where any children are. And that's what children do nowadays. They're online. So you have to protect them as best as possible. You have to be on them. Watch what they're doing. Don't just be a lazy parent and just allow them to do that. You know what I mean? You have to get involved. That's how we protect our children.
But what do you do for a situation like this where somebody grabs your 11-year-old?
Yeah. I mean, look, I almost got taken.
What do you do?
I almost got taken. I mean, I know physically and emotionally, I know, I relate to it because I have been in that situation. And imagine if I did get in that van that day, for instance, what kind of drug sex ring do you think they would have put me in? You know what I mean? Or hold me against ransom for a huge amount of money. You have no idea.
Right.
And these are things that are a little bit, I mean, they are out of our control. You can't be a helicopter parent either and be over your child 24/7. Things
Right.
you have to teach them about. Really, you cannot trust. Like, there's so much trust in these kids that they want to trust somebody else like that. Like, you have to teach them, do not talk to strangers. Like, we have to go back to that old education to these children.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are getting abducted easily off the streets, off of what these people's mouthpieces,
Mm-hmm.
and what they're saying to them to gain their trust, and then all of a sudden they're abducted. It's sad.
Absolutely sad. Absolutely. Another thing, tactical moment, Michael. What would you do if a man attempted to open the airplane's exit door on an airplane in mid-flight?
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
A man attempted to open the plane door mid-flight, was subdued and restrained by fellow passengers on an American Airlines flight. Is that scary or what?
That is scary.
Here's a picture of the passengers holding his dumbass down. A flight from Albuquerque, New Mexico was forced to turn around when a disruptive passenger tried to open the emergency exit mid-flight.
If you're trying to, I'm going to be honest. If I see somebody trying to open an emergency door while there's no emergency, obviously, I would be, no joke, the first one to tackle. I'm someone that would see that because I'm a very observant person. Even in restaurants, I have to sit a certain way. Like, I'm very observant, and I think that's what helped me navigate the motorcycle club set so well as well. But I would see something like that, and without me even saying anything, I would just act on impulse. That's just, I see it and I have to stop it.
It seems like several passengers did just that. Multiple people on an American Airlines flight pulled a fellow passenger. I wouldn't call him a fellow passenger. I'd call him an enemy. They pulled him to the floor after he tried to open one of the emergency exits, forcing the plane to return to Albuquerque and mess up their flight.
Of course.
Shortly after takeoff, according to multiple passengers. And I missed my link up flight to to Dubai because of your stupid ass.
Yeah.
Flight 1219 to Chicago returned to ABQ, Albuquerque ABQ, shortly after taking off due to a disturbance in the cabin involving a disruptive customer, an American Airlines spokesperson said in a statement. The flight landed safely and the aircraft was met by local law enforcement upon arrival, which they should have just promptly started stomping the shit out of that idiot.
Hell yeah.
The incident is just one in a series of recent passenger disruptions on flights that have left some travelers on high alert. As of Sunday, there have been more than 250 unruly passenger incidents reported to FAA by flight crews this year, according to the agency. The number of reports spiked to nearly 6,000 in 2021. People pissed off over the COVID stuff, according to FAA data. As more passengers return to air travel following a decline during the COVID-19 pandemic, more than 2,000 unruly. How are you going to pop this up in the middle of my story? More than 2,000 unruly passenger reports were made in both 2022 and 2023. So they went from 6,000 to 250. That's not bad. The incident Tuesday began about 20 minutes into the flight. Passenger Jack Eakin told CNN, I heard people yelling in the back. I thought guys were fighting, but it was a man trying to open the door.
Hell no.
The man was sitting at the emergency exit, cracked open the window that was protecting the handle on the door. Passenger Emma Rich told CNN affiliate KOAT. He ripped down the handle where it exposed some of the emergency exit, and all the wind came rushing down. Blaze Ward, who says he was among a group of passengers that intervened, told KOAT the man had the safety mechanism down with both hands on the lever and he was yanking it. You know, I don't think you can open those things up mid-flight. I don't think they are capable of being open mid-flight. He had pretty well pulled it. I could hear the actual difference in pressure. Then there was a whistling, Ward said. Multiple passengers got the man on the ground and flight attendants restrained him with duct tape and flexi cuffs, Etkin said. He took video on the plane that shows a scuffle on the aisle floor while several men are subduing someone. Once we landed, we all got off and people could see the police pull up to the plane. We could watch from the terminal, Etkin said. Another video from the incident shows 4 police officers escorting someone from the plane. It's not clear whether there was an arrest or if any charges are pending. What do you mean it's not clear? The flight took off at 1:54 p.m. and landed safely back at the airport at 2:45 p.m. Spokesperson for Albuquerque International Sun Report said. The FAA and the Albuquerque Division of the FBI are investigating, according to statements from the agency. Unruly passengers have also caused disruptions on international travel. Earlier this month, a Canadian man was arrested in Thailand after allegedly opening a plane's door on a flight that was waiting to take off, causing an evacuation slide to deploy. In May, a man opened the door of a plane as it was landing in South Korea, told police he felt suffocated and wanted to get off the plane quickly. And in November, a man in Southwest Airlines flight opened an emergency exit door and climbed out onto the plane's wing while the aircraft was at a gate in New Orleans. What's up, Mike?
I am.
Yeah,
you know, at this point, I'm going to be honest. Nothing is surprising to me anymore. You know, like, I think people have literally gone insane. I think we've lost our sanity, and I think that a lot of people don't give a hell about human life anymore. I think we live by a different code, and everyone here as well, that we live by a code that the rest of the world is not following. You know what I mean? Like, people are literally going insane. It's crazy out here. It's crazy.
What is going on, Mike?
I don't get it. I don't get people's mentality. I don't understand it.
This is not a one-off. Somebody opened up the plane door as they were landing because he felt like he needed to get out quick. Hey, they're landing at 140 miles an hour. You just gonna step out onto the runway?
Dude, yeah, you just walk on out. Yeah, it's like me ditching my motorcycle at 140 miles per hour and just being like, I need to get off my bike now. Right now.
Just not feeling it right now.
This is so, I got to call it like it is. It's retarded. It's full blown retarded. I think our society is just losing it. Mental illness is a real thing.
Rebecca said she doesn't take airplanes.
You know, my parents actually didn't fly for 25 years because of 9/11. You know what I mean? And, or actually, I'm sorry, not 25, 20 years. They didn't fly for 20 years, and they recently just got back on an airplane for the first time, like in 20 years, you know? And so, yeah, these are the idiots that ruin it for everybody. They ruin it for everybody. I mean, there's kids in that airplane that are probably traumatized from that whole ordeal. You know what I mean? Like, nobody cares anymore. It's sad. People are losing their damn minds.
Yeah. Terrifying, man. Terrifying. Well, Mike, I think we've had a good hour today.
Yeah. No, that was a very interesting, encompassing show we did today. We as a quick recap, Brutus, it had that entire incident happen to him, and your family had to deal with that black dragon. I'm sorry that happened. There was a lot of stories here. I mean, even the story of the person dying basically in the exact same position that you were in. And, thank God that you're okay, that he didn't turn on you, because you don't know, that could have happened, and he could have turned on you and bit you right in the leg, and you bleed out, and when no one's there to be there, or tourniquet yourself or whatever. You never know, man.
Applying a tourniquet on yourself is very tough, especially if you don't have what you need to apply that tourniquet.
Let me explain one thing about a tourniquet. Okay. When I was bleeding out that day, March 6th of 2021, and I'm watching my leg squirt out blood like it's actually a garden hose, I accepted the fact that I was going to die, because I went to actually take off my belt. And if you guys go watch my story, you'll notice that my entire left scapula and my entire back was broken. So as I went to go reach for my tourniquet, which was my belt, I couldn't move. So the feeling of so much helplessness of trying to get my own belt off of me, but I can't move my arms, that right there made me just go, I'm dead. I can't do anything about this. And I did die 4 times, but luckily it was and I came back because somebody did save my life at the end of the day. So thank God they were there.
Thank you. God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a reason why I still stand today. This is why I do what I do today. This is why and even in the face of adversity, through financial struggle after losing, a multiple 6-figure income from a career that I was doing for 10 years, where now I've lost that capability, lose all of that, get 0 disability, get 0 everything, get declined everything, haven't collected a cent. And yet I'm able to show that you can still live a meaningful, prosperous, amazing life. This is why I do what I do. This is why I hop on roller skates and go onto the roller ring. Like, I'm living life way more now than I ever did before. And I'm showing that everybody can do it. It's up here. It's a PMA, positive mental attitude. You have to change your mindset. You want to better the world? You change yourself. You change yourself. And then it betters the people around you.
Pima, positive mental attitude.
That's right.
Puma.
My story is on my, actually, if you don't mind, it's a 59-second little thing. Do you want me to show it real quick? I'll just show it real quick, and then that's it. And you guys can see it. Let me go to my home here.
On a very serious
I don't know why that's even there. Here we go. This is my little 59-second story. 2 years ago today, March 6, 2021, I was in a motorcycle accident that changed my life. Previous to the accident, I have had a couple of just dropping your bike kind of thing. But it's a little different when somebody hits you at 80 miles per hour and T-boning you and then ending up severing your leg off at the scene. And my entire left shoulder and scapula was completely torn off. I'm glad that out of all 4 surgeries, I came out and was able to show that you can prosper. You can still live a meaningful, fulfilling life. This is my message out to everyone. Massive love and respect to everybody.
Is that the kind of motorcycle you California boys ride out there?
We are. I am
It looks
as
like
Dynabroed out as it gets. And
Sons of Anarchy motorcycle. Where's the bags and stuff?
Oh, you want to see the bags?
The
All right.
stereo.
Hold
Where's
on.
the
You
stereo?
want to get crazy?
That's rest.
Hey, see, I really been popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing this shit to the bill. Keep Benjamin up, I swear. Keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on.
Boom.
You can't
There
have
we
that
go.
music.
Yeah, no worries. Here's your bags. Boom. And me, I still shift with my left leg. No problems.
Mike, those aren't bags.
Those are absolutely hard bags right there.
Those are not. Those
and now
cases.
now this is a non-copywritten song, by the way. This right here. Let's see if it'll do it. Oh, I gotta refresh. I hate that. There we go.
Doing, step bro.
I say, yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Fresh paint job, fresh inside. Get the outside frame in the trunk wide. Or the real thing, do it right good. Lean back, right hand on.
Well, absolutely.
Actually,
I
it's
still ride.
Ain't no punk award is what it is. Oh my goodness, we're not gonna name it Ain't a Bitch Award.
I like it.
That's not ready for prime time. But it means the same thing.
And
Okay,
absolutely, I still ride. And I got out of the hospital in 28 days out of the hospital. I was
can
back.
ride those little 22-pound motorcycles you're on.
780 pounds. 780 pounds. Yeah.
Great.
Don't worry about it. And I've ridden my brother's Road Glide, by the way. No problem, because it's got a heel toe shifter on it. I didn't need nothing custom. Anytime I have a heel toe shifter, I'm good. And I can ride a 1,000-pound motorcycle, no problem. And see, the best thing is I still, like we were just saying, I still ride. And I set a double world record in Sao Paulo, Brazil, because I got back on a motorcycle in 28 days out of the hospital and was able to lead a pack of 6,456 registered members. Those are not including the and this is one pack, one club.
Yeah. Anyway, Jay Smith said he rides his ultra classic with 2 broken legs. You're not supposed to be doing that, Jay. Don't do that.
Everyone, hey, just like Jay and myself, we need to be riding around with I would say bubble wrap.
Anyway, we're at an hour now, so I guess it's time for us to get the hell out of here. I really appreciate you today, Mike. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Massive love and respect to everybody. Thank you guys for always having me on here in Black Dragon. Thank you for always allowing me to be the honor of being a co-host of yours, which you've never had a co-host like this,
No.
and so it takes somebody special to be able to do that, where I can vice versa do that,
Yeah.
Both parties have to be able to do that.
I had a couple for a while, but like I remember I had Carlos for a little while, but that's about it. And then we had the Boneyard, not the Boneyard, but
the round table.
But not on a consistent day-to-day basis like this. This is really cool.
Yes, sir, it is. I enjoy it a lot. So massive love and respect. Thank you guys for having me. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side.
Hey, I'm Black Dragon. Glad you guys could tune in. Hope to see you tomorrow. Once again, my Cash App, if you care to give me a hand, we can use your donations. It's $Biker Prez, $Biker Prez. I'm Black Dragon. You can get my books at Amazon. You can also get them on Kindle. You can get them on what's that thing called? It's oh my goodness, my mind goes blank. Audible. There we go. And at blackdragonsgear.com. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. I will check you guys out tomorrow with Mike Ball. As always, I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.